We're talking about impacts, not only economic consequences, but psychological consequences, physical consequences.
About 25% of the healthcare costs in Detroit are directly related to obesity.
You know, people who are struggling with food insecurity are much more at risk for obesity and diet-related disease.
We're always in the top 10 for most obese cities. Most pediatricians are very concerned about their population being obese.
My name is Sarah Mills.
My name is Krista Siddell.
I'm Dr. Valonda Anderson.
And I'm Michelle Holden.
And I manage the Cooking Matters program at Gleaners.
I work with Wayne Chap. I am the Director of Operations and Programming, and I run Fit Kids 360.
I am the program manager for the WIC program, the Women, Infants, and Children program for the Detroit Health Department.
I'm the coordinator for Fit Kids 360, and I'm also a registered dietitian.
Cooking Matters program is a national cooking and nutrition education program for low-income families. So we provide 6-week series classes where we go out into the community and teach hands-on cooking and nutrition. One recipe that we do all the time is barley jambalaya.
So Fit Kids 360 is a childhood obesity program. And during the program, we educate families on nutrition and some behavioral health topics like bullying and self-esteem, and then also physical activity. So we try to get the all aspects of health.
The WIC program is a 100% USDA funded program. It is specific to nutrition education and supplemental food. You're interacting with the parents to educate them about healthy eating habits for their pregnancy. Once the child comes, then we are engaging them 2 to 4 times a year.
So some leadership techniques that I have employed that I think are effective. I guess the most important would be like having a personal passion for what you're doing.
We're very, very flexible here, and flexibility for us works really, really well.
I think one of the main ones is to ask, how can I help?
I think having just a really positive outlook and being really encouraging with staff.
The Michigan Model of Leadership describes 4 leadership types. Blue, very results focused. Yellow, very community and collaboration focused. Red, very systematic and process oriented. And green, very creative.
I am a yellow.
Would probably be a mix between yellow and red. It's hard to choose just one.
First thing I did was go to a couple key people that I work with, and I said, okay, where do you see me within this? And the first one was like, you're all 4. And the second one was like, well, you're all 4.
A leadership motto, I definitely have never thought of that before.
My motto is here we grow.
We are stronger together.
Making our community feel like a family.
I guess the thing that just kept popping into my head was like this servant leadership.
So how do you see power, privilege, and bias in your role as a program leader in Detroit?
As a leader, you're just always checking yourself.
So often in the classes we have, volunteers coming from very different backgrounds than the participants.
I didn't grow up in downtown Detroit. I grew up in a fairly white suburbia. So for the first couple of years that I was down here doing programming, I had a ton to learn.
Are you responding from your point of reference, and is your point of reference open enough to take in other people's point of view?
If you could offer one piece of leadership advice to a public health student, what would it be?
Keep an open mind about leadership.
Make sure that you get a team of mentors.
Really get to know the community that you're working in, the demographic that you're working with, and really getting to know what they need.
Place yourself in experiential spaces where you can test your skills.
Remain flexible to do the job because you're passionate about it.